This is the G1. Released in 2008, this was the first Android phone. This one was bought about a month after launch, once I was able to finally upgrade. I had a T-Mobile MDA before it, which was really the HTC Wizard, and that was a Windows Mobile device. It came with, I think, Windows Mobile 5.0, and I upgraded it with a custom ROM with Windows Mobile 6.1. Let's watch the G1 boot now. This one still has Android 1.6, which is Donut. That was the last official update for the G1. It arrived with Android 1.0, which was really 0.8 because it was incredibly buggy. And I remember waiting very anxiously for Android 1.5 Cupcake, which will finally add on-screen keyboard, video camera, and fix a bunch of other bugs. In the beginning, actually, when this thing just came out, there was an insanely risky bug where anything you typed on the phone went straight to root. So if you typed reboot, it would reboot the phone. Of course, a lot of people used that to root it in the very beginning, but it was a security issue, no doubt about it. Now this phone is kind of interesting too, because it's one of the only Android phones that you can't simply activate it without a mobile internet plan, mobile data plan. What happens is that it just doesn't let you get through with it. Other phones are fine, but this one in particular was a nightmare. So when I first reset the system so I could clean it up, it was a mess beforehand, and start from scratch, I realized I couldn't get in. It made me go to T-Mobile and buy a prepaid data and voice card, like $10, just so I could get in. I never expected to have to do that. Let's play with the phone a little bit and just explore. Here's the menu with all the apps. It turns out Opera Mobile is one of the only browsers that really still works here. As you can see, it's very, very slow. It's opening the last page I tried to open here as a test, and notice how long it's taking on Wi-Fi. It's about Knight Rider, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Still loading. Looks like we'll wait 4 minutes for this page to load. And just newspaper. Alright, done. Wow. Here's YouTube on the G1. It's very laggy, and actually it doesn't work that well. See? Most of the videos end up like this because I think the G1 only supports the oldest possible YouTube mobile. Of course, if I had a custom ROM with 2.1 or 2.2 or even 2.3, this would not be the case, I think, even if it couldn't really do much with a higher resolution video. But in its current state, I think I have played other things. I think it only will play videos that are very low resolution. Finally, the keyboard. The keyboard was one of the favorite bits of everyone that had a G1, because it's a physical keyboard. And you can really do a lot with it. There's independent keys for each number, which is awesome. And you know, it's easy enough to use and to feel when there's a key, when there isn't. You know, they're spaced well. So that's really cool. I remember using the keyboard to play Sega Genesis games on an emulator, but any sort of emulator ran like, you know, they ran terrible on the G1. It just didn't have enough hardware to support. My Galaxy S device, which is a Vibrant, did a much better job with the emulators. It was night and day, literally. Well, that's it. That's our tour of the T-Mobile G1.